guys, are you ready for all this magicalness? We're going to start off by priming our entire eyelid and brows. And then I'm going to start filling in my brows. I'm making them fairly thin and above my tattoo brows. And then I am going to conceal them by, cleaning up the bottom and then blending all of that out. And then once that is all done, I'm going to powder them, make sure they're good and set and they're not going anywhere. Moving on to the eyeshadow, I'm going to take a white eyeshadow and I'm placing that all over my brow bone and then taking a peachy color and I'm going to use that as my transition shade. Next, I'm going to take a mixture of brown and black and I'm going to pop that all up in my crease like so and start to blend that out and make sure there's no harsh lines or anything. You don't like that, it's not cute, And then take some white eyeshadow base and I'm just going to start to create a cut crease shape with it. Making sure it's nice and precise and a little bit above my crease so that way when I open my lid you can still see it. Next, taking a blue eyeshadow, I'm just going to pop that right on top of all of that white. Now, as you notice, I changed brushes to make sure I get really close to that edge of the line. And then I'm going to take some black on an angled brush and then a pencil brush. And I'm just going to define that cut crease and then blend it out. Next, I'm going to move on to eyeliner. I'm going to define the cut crease line even more by bringing a black line halfway in. And then I'm going to start to create my eyeliner. So Barbie's eyeliner is fairly thick and that's the look I'm going for as well. So I'm just going to keep on going until I get the desired thickness that I want. Now I'm just going to take a makeup wipe and clean up the bottom of that eyeliner, make sure it's nice and sharp, and then taking some more black and define that cut crease even more. Now onto the face. I'm priming my face and then I'm going to add my foundation all over with a sponge and then blend that out. And then I'm going to highlight my face as I usually do. If you guys are curious to know how I actually do this, you could just find my foundation routine video. It's pretty much similar. And then I'm just going to blend all of that out. And then I'm going to set all of that with powder and leave extra powder underneath my eyes because we are not yet done with the eyeshadow, so that will stay there. And I'm going to set the rest of my face that I did not put that powder on with some translucent powder. And I'm going to contour my face. So I'm just contouring my cheekbones and my jaw as well. Now I'm just going to blend all of that contour out with the same powder brush I used before, remove the powder from my nose, and then contour my nose. While my nose is baking, I'm just going to add some white to my waterline and then brown shadow underneath all of my lash line connecting into the eyeliner. And then I'm going to sweep away all of that powder. My nose is done baking, so I'm just going to take all of that powder away and I'm going to pop on my lashes. Next, I'm applying a coral blush right on top of that contour. And now I'm going to highlight my face using a white frosty highlighter. Just apply it to everywhere I usually highlight, especially my nose. Gives your nose that extra pop. You want your nose looking very slim like Barbie. And then I'm going to highlight my inner corners as well with the same exact highlighter. Mist my face with dewy finishing spray and then coat my top and bottom lashes. This looks sort of orange in the camera, but really it is a coral color, and I'm just going to apply that to my lips, and that's it. That is a glamorous Barbie. Now, if you want, you can stop right here if you just want to be this glamorous looking Barbie doll walking around, or you could go for a zombie Barbie, post-apocalypse Barbie. So if you want to be this sexy beast right here, let's go. You need some liquid latex, some tissue, and some cotton balls. Let's get started. Now with a makeup wedge, I'm going to take some of that liquid latex and then put a piece of tissue right on top and then coat that tissue with some more latex right on top. Make sure it's nice and stuck to skin like so. Then I'm going to take a makeup spatula and just create little dips in the tissue. Now I felt like I wanted a little bit more tissue because I wanted to create, some more depth to the wound. So I'm just going to put a little more tissue on, add some more liquid latex, and then create an even bigger hole with my makeup spatula. Next, I'm going to put latex on the other side of my face, and I'm going to apply an even bigger piece of tissue to that, and then put some more liquid latex right on top of that. Now for this side, I'm not going to rip the tissue up. I'm just going to coat it and let it there to dry, because in a little while we'll be ripping half of that off our face, make our cheek look like it's opened. Now I'm going to create a pretty big gash on my nose, so I applied a thin layer of liquid latex and then applied a piece of cotton to the top of it, and now I'm going to saturate that cotton in the liquid latex, make sure it's nice and stuck to the skin and all of the sides are down. And then I'm going to continue that process around the nose, how I want the wound to look. And you guys don't have to do the wounds exactly like mine. You can put your wounds wherever you want. This is just how I wanted it. So I'm just going to apply some more liquid latex, apply more cotton, and then just keep on going with the process and saturate the cotton. Now that I have all of my wounds done, this one is done with the tissue and latex, this one is done with the cotton, this one is with the cotton, and this one is with the tissue. Now I'm going to move on to nose and scar wax. Now I wasn't opting to do this because nose and scar wax is a pain in the butt to work with, but here we go. So I took a small piece and I rolled it up in my hand, and then I started to stick it to my chest like so and try to smooth it out as best as I can. And then taking some Vaseline, yes, Vaseline, I put a little bit on my fingers and smoothed out the edges even more, trying to get it to blend into my skin. So once I got it how I want it, I'm going to take my makeup spatula and I'm going to create teeth marks, or it looks like teeth marks, yes. I'm going to just start to slice through it to create, some sort of teeth, where Barbie was bitten or someone tried to bite her. And then I'm going to take a little bit of Vaseline on my pinky and just try to smooth out those edges. And then I'm going to coat the entire thing in latex to make sure that wax doesn't fall off of my chest. So I'm going to coat the entire thing and then move on. Okay, once everything is dry, you want to powder it with a translucent powder. So make sure you powder every single wound that you did to take all the shine or tackiness away from it. You want to make sure it is completely dry because you don't want to destroy your brush. You would have to throw it away. And now I'm just going to add a light wash of brown. This is just a face paint that I use. It's watered down brown color. This is just to take the white away from the cotton, so when you put your foundation or whatever color you're using on top of it, the white won't show so bright through it. So I just did that to the entire, all the wounds, and then I'm taking this black cream paint and I'm just outlining the inside of the wounds to create depth. Now I'm just taking my foundation color on a makeup sponge and I'm just applying that all over the wounds on top of that brown color that I had originally put down. This is just going to blend everything in. And make sure you apply that to your chest wound as well. Now I'm just going to start to peel off this piece of latex and tissue, and I'm going to leave it like that because I want it to look like my cheek skin has been torn off a little bit. And I put black in the inside, and then I put red cream paint as well, and I'm going to put that on the edges of the skin flap as well. And then I'm going to start to fill in the wounds with the same exact red cream paint. And again, make sure you do the same exact thing to your chest wound as well. But on your chest wound, you're going to want to drag it down a little bit to make it look like scrapes, kind of like this, yes. Now with my finger, I'm taking a mixture of red and blue and a little bit of brown, and I'm just putting that all over my face and my neck and body, making sure you get all around the wounds. Now I'm going to take some of that brown cream paint and I'm just going to put that around my eyes, make myself look, you know, more dead, unhealthy, zombie-like, you know. And make sure to mess up your lipstick as well. You know, zombie Barbie is not going to have perfect lipstick on, even though, you know, my eyeshadow still looks flawless throughout this, but we're not going to talk about that. Yeah, so I'm going to continue to go all around the wounds, making sure everything is one seamless piece. Now taking scab blood on a Q-tip, I'm just going to fill in all of the wounds. So yeah, get nice and nasty in there. Get all that blood all up in there, and make sure you put the blood outside of the wound as well. You don't want to just look like it's just in the wound. It has to look like it's spread, you know. Make sure you get it inside of that skin flap as well. And definitely don't forget your neck. And lastly, I'm going to tease my hair because post-zombie apocalypse Barbie does not have tame hair. And that's it. That completes the look, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial. This is my last one for this year. So thank you guys for watching and being a part of my Halloween. If you have not, please don't forget to subscribe. Bye, guys.